Hey all, this is Urs, and welcome back. Welcome back to our Civ 5 TSL starting Sargon of Akkad. I tried to make peace with the Siberian, since he was offering me peace. I wanted to basically get Karlstadt, Mansi, Omsk, and Turinsk, basically these areas, to kind of complete my eastern push and get all the oil. He will not go for that deal. I tried to be peaceful. I tried to be reasonable. He will now die in the fires of 1,000 deaths. Hey man, he asked for it. I'm just saying. Sometimes you ask for it. So we're going to go blow up Chimigitura with some good units. What do the blowing up real good? Like there. And I'm probably going to have to trade a couple units for this, honestly, which is kind of sad, but no real choice here. Or Chuckles. Grab the Chimgi. Yeah, we're going to puppet it. So what's your new capital? Oh. I don't see it. Is it in the South Seas? No. Where is your new capital? It's not Mansi, it's not Karlstadt. It's not Vaxio. So there's still a chance he can give... Oh, it's Bierzhova. Perfect. I want these four. If I keep beating the shit out of him, he might actually give me them eventually. That's pretty good. I wonder if now he'll do it. If I go Karlstadt, Mansi, Omsk, and Turinsk. That's basically all I want out of this war. It would be nice. So let's go this again. Karlstadt, Turinsk, Mansi, Omsk. This is what I want. If I can have that, I'm more than happy to end the war. He won't give me Omsk. Okay. Sorry, man. I guess I'm going to have to kill you. Guess I'm just going to have to maul you repeatedly. Okay. So we're going to have to kill a lot of this stuff. Because clearly we're going to have some issues otherwise. We have a pile of AA here. Which is an annoyance, to say the least. I mean, really, the best thing with this machine gun to do is get in here so you can start firing at stuff quickly. The rest of you... Yeah, I just don't have a good spot. Because I need basically all these artillery to come up and wreck this this guy as much as possible so I can start blowing up these guys and get units in edgewise. Because it's going to be challenging to get this right. I can get this already. This is a relatively easy move that I'm going to... Wait, can I do this with a unit that's not that guy? Yes, I can. Which is a good thing. And the rest of these we're going to have to figure out some way to do. I can probably get these guys up here so probably we can kill them. We just need to kill the AA. Which is going to be challenging, to say the least. Let's do what we can. Yep, that helps. Every little bit helps. Yep, it's pretty good. Don't stop me now. Having such a good time. Having a testicle. Sorry. You have those moments, man. And sometimes they just need to be released. One down. Big help. It's one AA here, but not much else. Which means we basically need to fly interference for one of these and just basically call it a day. Yeah, these don't matter really. The important stuff is these guys, and I just need to maul them. Let's see if we can kill some stuff here. Can you move up and fire? Yeah, that's the important thing. I need to basically be efficient in my artillery and use as many of these, destroy as many of those as possible. Yep. It's good. Plus one range? What's the range guys at? That's my big question. We're gonna have to shoot you a little more. The question is, can I get... I mean, there's really no danger of Iskar getting retaken here. Can I get something to... No, I can't. 6 turns. No, I'm gonna use these guys. So that's important. I need the rest of this melee to die, and if that happens, then we're sitting pretty. And for that, I need my aircraft. All right, guys. Get ready to fly through some serious frickin' counterfire. This is really the only counterfire I have to deal with. It's that one AA. That's the one thing I need to deal with. Everything else is gravy. As far as I can tell, let's double check and make sure. Yep, rest is gravy. Good. Please die. Holy crap. These guys are invincible. What is with this crap? No, seriously, that's really weird. Why is that guy so tough? Okay, one down. I need a unit to get in there. Alright, let's start dropping more guys here. That's the most important. If I can clear this up and really get my melee sitting there in front of everything, this is why the logistics is a good thing to get sometimes, even though you run into some serious funk otherwise. Getting the 2 shots down allows you to really maul some dudes. You have another shot, and this guy's pretty weak. Nice. Okay, so we need to get 2 units in here, and then we're going to be sitting pretty. Get a unit in here. Yes, we can. Can we get the same unit in here? Yes, we can. Alright, get in there. Kill the general. Get in there. Free worker. Okay, Chungitura will hold now. That's the most important thing we could have done. Everything else is kind of details at this point. Do we have 2 shots here? I only have 1. That's okay. I only need 1. Yeah, that was the goal right there. Circle it. Make sure nothing gets in there. Then we turn east. I mean, I really did want to make peace here. I don't really want to slog through this whole thing over and over and over. But at this point, he's left me no choice. He just doesn't want to give in any reasonable way. Get Khalid up here. That'll have to do. It's not going to go anywhere. All right. Good. So that's huge. That's already huge. We start setting up on Mansi, I suppose. We're already setting up on Mansi. This is good. I mean, maybe he'll change his mind next turn. I already took a shot there, by the way. I did a couple setups in between turns to make this go a little quicker. And I got a little carried away, as usual. This I'm not going to worry about. I'm just going to push this east. We don't need this much here. We already have a fuck ton of artillery eastward, so clearly we have enough. Oh, this is 4 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can go right there. That's perfect. I'll have you blow stuff up. You know what, worker? You go ahead and make a rail here, please. Because this not having access to this tile is really irritating. Yeah, the rest of us, we're going to have to kind of sit back. The rest of you guys get something in Verturia. You're +1 range. You don't need to be in Verturia even. You need to be in Verturia. Yeah, you get up in here. Take shots on Mansi because it's easy. Yep. Nice and simple. And then you have +1 range as well. This should be relatively easy for you. You can set up basically where this guy is and take shots. Yeah, pretty much. I need to use some units up here. This guy's injured. I need that guy to get a little bit injured. Can we get a swing? Oh no, this double AA there. That's not. I was about to let my aircraft let that one go. That's just a terrible freaking idea. Anyone have shots still? You do. You're fresh and you have shots? You do. Okay, perfect. Let's strike a little bit down, just so we have less to worry about. Nice. Work. And here we can go ahead and chop this guy down a bit more. Oh, almost. Zoglos. Make a straight up kill him right there. That's fine. Taking over a river. What's wrong with you? I'm not attacking over a river. How am I attacking over a river? Just go here and don't do that stupid ass calculation bullshit. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, sometimes the calculations are really weird. I don't need to do this, so I have an artillery here. Okay, that makes this a lot simpler. If they try to push in on East Scott, they're going to have a really bad day. I'm just going to move this guy here. Just keep it safe. Yep, don't let anything in. And that's good. That's real good. It makes me feel nice and tasty. Tasty in the wasty. So this guy... Yeah, I really wish I had just one quick... Shot. Oi! We could use... We can't. I mean, we can go ahead... Suppose we can move this guy out a little bit here. It's out of range of Tumba. And we can move you up here. And you don't need to be this close. But we can go ahead and just keep working on Mansi to make this a little faster. And you can just get on the road. So we can use you later. Alright, that's good. That's fine. And then we'll just use these guys to get some experience. This is a hill, or is this flat? This is flat. Okay, this is pretty easy then. Get in here. I'm gonna shoot you a little bit. You don't have blitz, right? So you're gonna have to move out of the way. Just the tip. And we're gonna pull you in. This is good movement. This is a kill. Now you can pull back. Yep. And we have march and medic on these guys. Yeah, so this is gonna be an easy heal. And we'll be in good shape. So it's kind of just reducing the number of things I have to retake Chimgitura with. We can maul some of this down. I really don't relish having to deal with Vaxio, but we'll have to just set up some through-range artillery and just go to town on them. This is just too annoying to leave up, right? We'll liberate it to Sweden. It won't last long, but at least it will have our rear handled effectively. Giggity. Okay, it's fine. Like I said, I try to make peace. I'm a peaceful man, but he don't want none. If you don't got buns, hun. So, just saying. I need more great people. Yes, I need more great scientists. They're coming. Yeah, I definitely did. That's where the one major play mistake I made here is not doing the whole proper bulbing sequence. I just got all up in this war, baby, and then you just kind of forgot, Civ 5 basics. So, it's all right. It's still to be played through. I mean, at this point, honestly, the victory here is going to be to Peru or to Canada with diplomacy. I think Peru's going to beat everyone else out. It's just, kind of frustrating. That's how it's pretty much going to end. And I think once we get what we want from the Siberians here, I think we're just going to pretty much end the series, what I'm thinking at right now, because I do want to try a different setup on this same TSL, obviously without Peru invited, because there's actually a really interesting start I want to try, which is namely the Oguguk start, which is just out here, just in the middle of freaking nowhere. And I think you can actually do pretty well with him if you play smart, and it might be a good way to counteract just the ridiculousness that is Siberia if you actually play it right. So I'm actually really interested in trying this out and seeing how it would go. So that's probably going to be my next major project on Civ, I think, because I've been trying to figure out if that's an interesting way. And I really had a lot of fun playing through the Wayfinder's Polynesia attempt, and that was a really unique start. And I figured this one will be just as interesting, if not more so, given that, who we're up against. And obviously, we'll be seeing a lot of the same faces here, because it'll be in roughly the same space of the world in the end, but I think the start itself will keep things very interesting. See where we can go from there. So yeah, it'll be fascinating whichever way you slice the dice. You cut the pudding, cut the cheese. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a proper thing here. It's not really working out. Aphorism? No, it's not the right word I'm looking for either. It's just English hard. All right, you stay here in case things get weird. Can we just please anything else? Just alert. Like, if I haven't moved you already, just alert. Maybe alert rest button would be nice. But I am kind of... Ooh, another great general. Yeah, I could probably always use you guys. Like, over here. Maybe this is... Yeah, you don't have full general coverage this way. Oh, no, you should. Scipio's here. Scipio's like, what am I doing? I'll figure out what that guy does later. Paratrooper, yeah, hang for now, buddy. We'll need you eventually, once we start killing more of his troops and don't have as much of a flood coming from the west. I'm telling you, man. This guy's not want to make peace. I mean, I just want these cities. This is all I want, literally. I will get them myself. Like, this is not a big deal. I just don't want to have to murder everyone on the way there. I'd really rather not. It's not a good look, but okay. If he forces my hand, he forces my hand. I'm gonna get over here on the river too, on the road, to make sure we can move up to Chimgitura. All right. Anyways, so Chimgitura is ours. We'll push east now. Really, we want to get to here. Once we have this, then he can go piss off. He can have his little capital over here. I don't really care. All right. I've been Nurse. Till next time. Till next time. Jeez. Till next turn. Or not. What? Ah, General. He's like, I'm exposed right now. It's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. Now I'll see you next turn. Alright, so we're back, and he's pushing in on Pelim and Verhuture, which is really strange, considering how strong this front is, but okay, it is what it is. I want to see if he's going to peace out in the way I want him to peace out now, since it's still possible. Karlstad, Mansi, Omsk, and Turinsk. We can do that. Like I said, yes, defeat in the face, exactly. So you should be more than happy to get away with what I'm asking. That should be exactly what the doctor ordered. You give me this, the pain stops. And you can live a little longer. I mean, limping, but you can live a little longer. See, this is the sort of obstinacy that gets you murdered. Wait, did you accept? There's no way he accepted. Holy fuck, he actually accepted. Amazing. All right. Job is done. Beautiful. More than happy with that. More than happy with that. Yeah, gracious accept. Mansi. Puppet. Omsk. Oh, 6. Nice. Puppet. Turinsk. Beautiful. Puppet. And Karlstadt. Puppet. Alright. That's basically everything I wanted from him. All his oil, all the situation. That's gorgeous. And that is a war worth winning, friends. That is a war worth winning. Alright, we got it. We did it. That's huge. So now our empire basically spans most of Asia. His crappy little capital is down here. That doesn't matter anymore. His other little cities are around here. They don't matter anymore. And we managed to get ourselves in a brilliant, brilliant position. I'm quite pleased with this, as a matter of fact. And so, I guess, yeah, alright, peace. I didn't expect him to take that, but alright. Got ourselves 10 more oil, which is huge. Allows us to finally upgrade this guy into a tank. Been waiting for a while. It's a beautiful thing in the neighborhood. Now, this is obviously going to be a little ways until the resistance pipes down, but believe you me, that's a big one. That's definitely a big one for us. We'll call that a win. Where are we? Punaka Hotel. Well, what else can we build here? Good lord. Definitely don't need any more military at this point. We could build a foreign legion. Oh, we still build trade routes? That's so weird. How are we missing trade routes at this point? Random. Let me grab another paratrooper just to be safe. Nutsi finished an opera house. Go ahead and do a hotel. This point doesn't really matter. Harbor. Yeah, we need to finish this because there's going to be some navy. Same deal here. Get the seaport going. Beautiful. Gothenburg. Grew. Alright, yep, we'll take care of that. Where did you grow to? There. Okay, that works. That's actually a really good tile. As long as you keep growing as a result of that, that's fine. Yep, looks good. Looking beautiful. I can't believe it. That's finally, like, another giant war with the Siberians finally over. And we managed to acquire some pretty sick land for it, too. Why are you guys starving, anyway? You guys shouldn't be starving. They won't be starving in the end. If they are, they'll even themselves out a bit, I'm sure. What else we got here? What's going on? All the deals ended. That ship's dead? Nah, she's still kicking. She got her capital back. Good on you. One salmon, once. Been waiting a while, yeah. Egypt's been back and forth. He's in a war with a bunch of people. I'm not sure. I think the Nri probably took that. And she took it back. Alright. All peace all the time. Beautiful stuff. Rock artillery's done. Just when I thought I'd have to maul through these guys completely. Now we can start distributing troops as intended. Just gonna get up to new places. New wonderful civilizations that we've conquered. All good, baby. All good. Get up to Mansi. Get up to Karlstadt. Get artillery in every pot. Or something along those lines, right? I guess it's the strangest, bizarre 1950s thing you've ever said. I know. It's going to get weirder, trust me. But this way we can kind of distribute our forces so we don't have any sort of risk of recapture at any point. Make sure everybody knows we mean business. Get everybody doing what we need to do. It'll be sexy. It'll be beautiful. All ready to go. It's just amazing. Finally managed to pull this off and lock it in. The great war against Siberian enemy is over once more. And we are victorious yet again. Beautiful stuff. Before it was definitely a holding action. Now we really kind of took it to him and managed to get somewhere. Beautiful shit. Alright. Rest of you just start distributing across. Go on your well-deserved holidays. Take your breaks. enjoy while I get them. I'm sure I'll be called upon to do some ass kicking at some point again soon, so don't get too comfortable at home, but for now, peace reigns. Victory is ours. Ugh, man. That felt like a tough one. That was a slog. Swap you out and get you healed up. And that's pretty good. Awesome. Alright, machine gun. Head on up. Let's get another one of you up around Mansi just to be safe. Don't really trust this guy completely to take it easy. Keep you near Chimgitura, that's fine. Keep you near Iskar. So the aircraft will have to just kind of sit around for a bit. Not really sure what we're going to do with them long term. We're going to keep them up here. My guess is I'm probably going to keep them up this way. It's really the only place with a decent threat. Paratroopers can just hang. Don't need to go anywhere particular. You just go away, worker. I don't need you. Just retire. Perfect. General can go up there and do his thing. Cortez can freeze his tail off in the north. Heal up. Oh man, that was like poetry in motion, honestly. I'm pretty happy about that. Iskar, stay here. It's perfect. I don't expect much else coming from anybody. I don't think anyone's really got a military that can challenge mine at this point. I think we're number 2 in the world militarily. Is that what we're sitting at? Oh, we're actually ranked 4. That's surprising. Huh. I thought we'd be way better than that. Alright. Okay. It's fair. You. Oh, yeah. A bunch of these guys are just kind of sitting here kind of going, I don't know what the hell to do anymore. Soda gets already covered. Turku's covered. Vanza Congo's covered. And these guys, they're not going to do anything to us. Even if they wanted to. Just keep you more centered by Peli, maybe. You can hang by Tobolsk. It's fine. Or maybe Kizotura. Just for fun. All the divisions finally getting a break. After years of slogging and marching. This has been a long, long war. No joke. A long, long war. And everyone needs a well-deserved rest. Alright. Hang and stay. Rest to the extent, obviously, we're ready for the next big thing. Ooh, it's going to be some more uranium. It's going to be repaired. Yep, it's fine. Not really expecting to have missed anything else, really. Infantry, yeah, you just hang over Chimgitura. That was hard enough to fight, to get in on. Let's just make sure that doesn't go anywhere. It's fine, yep. 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 Make sure no barbarians coming from the north either. Yeah, bombers gonna need to relax. Because these guys obviously have been doing non-stop raids ever since we got here. Just sleep for now, I guess, yeah. You can sleep. Heal. Heal. So all this, like, post. Ooh, nice. Route. Money, money, money. Please. That'd be great. 43 Dolurda. That works to me. Inverted Gugmir. Very general, go to sleep. Yep. Heal. Sleep. Heal. Heal. Alert. Alright. So, the great victory is upon us. I don't know how much we're going to starve here, honestly, because it seems like a lot. But we'll see how that turns around next turn. We got to think about what the hell to do now, honestly, since this game is pretty much over as far as a potential chance of victory here. We can either just wait for the inevitable Peruvian cultural or science victory or the inevitable Canadian diplomatic one. Just because if we can't beat Peru to either of these, then obviously there's no really way we can beat Canada to it. But we'll figure it out. I'll see you next turn. Alright, friends, 1962, and it's one of those times, I think, in TSLs where it's appropriate to pull the plug. I'm doing this for a couple reasons, so I thought long and hard about recording this tail to the episode, but I think it's kind of necessary at this stage. A couple reasons. One is Kokomi got another booster, by the way. But a couple reasons. One, there's basically no way we can win this. Peru's a broken civ, and they're going to win either culturally or scientifically. or Canada's going to win diplomatically, or someone else is going to go to space at this point. So there's really no point continuing this one. The ending is pretty much mathematical as to who will win, rather than whether we'll be able to pull it off, because at this stage we will not be able to. So I think it's been a really fun journey, and I think it's enough, effectively. The turns are really, really long at this point. We kind of done what we wanted. At least I feel like we've established ourselves in a way that's kind of unassailable. Like, we've really kind of fought our way through and got to where we need. And it was a really cool journey, and I think that's more than enough. I'm more than happy for this TSL. And like I said, there's that crazy start I want to try moving up next. That's probably what's going to be next on the channel. I normally put a poll up, but it's likely what I'm going to be doing, because it's just an interesting idea, and I always wanted to try it ever since I started this scenario. I'm like, I wonder if you can actually make your way from there as Aguguk. So that should be pretty interesting. But I think now, though, knowing that this pretty much is going to be drawing to a close here, is be fun to kind of do a retrospective on kind of where we came from and what happened. So, and this is obviously, 70 plus episodes back, so bear with me here. But yeah, we settled here, and we settled in the middle of a bunch of psychopaths. We managed to get a couple cities down, specifically Kish and Sipar, and then Nutsi. But remember, we were next to the Egyptians. This was an Egyptian city formerly, and she didn't like us. We were next to the Wallachians. They didn't like us, and they were here. And we were next to the Swedes. And guess what? They didn't like us, and they forward settled us pretty hard. And the Siberians were here, and they liked us fine, except when Siberians like you, they just mean like, hey, it'll be a fun enemy to murder. So we were back between four corners, and after being dowed in four different ways, we managed to get Otagus from the Wallachians. We managed to get Sain from the Egyptians in a war that we basically didn't fight, but she decided to give us a city anyway, so I took that son of a bitch. Later on, of course, the Wallachians fell to the mighty Ragusan Empire, which got established right here, which is fantastic. The Dakari decided not to go along and just decided to burn, which is kind of sad. But the Ragusans definitely decided to keep their little Balkan power state, and they have kept it ever since. Our only friends early on, of course, were the Iberians, who were a good trading partner, always pretty consistent, actually. They didn't do anything untoward. They were very good and solid friends and kept giving us troops as well. The Vandals, I'm pretty sure, didn't attack us only because they were too busy elsewhere or we weren't close enough. I'm pretty sure they would have otherwise. But after that, after we managed to solidify here, finished out settling here, left Ormush around for a while, settled here before the Siberians really could get cities in edgewise. And then we managed to kind of keep our little city base here. With all the wars going on, we took advantage of the fact that we took Penang because it was a really city settlement by Malaysia, and it was a very easy win, given that other people were already fighting them. And the Butanies kind of went along the same way. They decided to dow us, and we decided to take a quick win on that. Now, the big threat, as you remember, for generations, was the people of Kish standing tall, standing strong against the non-stop Swedish onslaught. And then finally, just around the time we managed to get ourselves a hold of some solid crossbows and started researching gunpowder, we decided to take the fight to them. And man, we didn't stop. Started with Narva, finally holding on to that, and we didn't stop until we moved towards Stockholm. And we didn't stop till we got Stockholm with our siege crossbows and left Malmo completely isolated in between. These were generations-long warfare. Absolute slog, and back and forth technologically, we had the upper hand and the Swedes had the upper hand, and we had to, step back and not be as offensive, and then we saw we had the offensive and push forward. It was a back and forth, really knock them down, drag them out kind of fight. In the end, we finally came out on top, and we took the cherry of the Swedish lands for ourselves. We let our ally Iberians, who had, despite starting small, caught up technologically, crushed the rest of the Swedish resistance after they jumped in and joined the war, and they took the coastal cities that we were concerned about holding. Once that happened, Malmo was completely isolated. We managed to finish off the war against Malmo, took the desperate horses that we needed because we were waiting to upgrade our pikes, and finally we decided to put the threat of the Swedish monster to rest, and they never bothered us again after getting their teeth kicked in that hard. Of course, as soon as the war with the Swedes was over, it was time to consider the real big problem in the world, which before Peru became obvious that was a broken civ. The real big problem in the world, which were the Siberians, and their borders stretched from Narim, and they had control of Lund, from Sorget, all the way north to Vaxio, and all the way east to Tukurimba, Berzhovo, Uskamenia, and also out in the southern seas. They were a force to be reckoned with, and something that needed to be addressed if we were to retain hegemony over our Asian holdings. Now, of course, our empire had spanned from the Arabian Peninsula and went basically straight north all the way through to Scandinavia, but we did not dare push east lest we start waking the Siberian dragon. But nonetheless, we did, and started a holding action around Nadim as we started cleverly using artillery to start pushing through Kazan, start pushing through Buderam, and getting that nice soft underbelly tactically, so we can strike at the main destroying point of the Siberian Empire, which was the capital of Kashlik. And this war was, of course, a lot more interesting, a lot more high-tech than our previous engagements. Our Siberian enemies had tech parity with us, and worst, remember, they managed to get aircraft before we did, and before we had a response. That was the biggest threat we had to deal with. Luckily, we had advanced trading partners that we could steal oil from before we even knew what oil was, and we had to get some triplanes in the air to defend ourselves. And this whole slog took far longer than expected, as the resistance was very, very strong, very, very tight. But we managed to actually do it two-pronged. We managed to control here, eventually get all this and start working on Tobolsk. And we actually managed to make progress this way. We got Lund, we got Surgut, we got Narim, and we started pushing in on Kiziltura. And this was really the front for a very long time, until our artillery got enough experience such that the pressure was overwhelming, and we managed to crush through to Tobolsk, managed to crush through to Kiziltura, Sorget, Barnaul, liberate Helsingfors back to the Swedes, who had now become our kind of client state, and finally, desperately surround Kashlik and bombard it into submission. And that was really when the tide turned. After that, it was city after city after city, and the Siberian had basically nothing left. And we managed to finally put the sword to his throat and make him cede peace and give him his entire eastern holdings to us. And we secured then oil for the future of the Akkadian people. We had aluminum and uranium to spare, and we were ready to move in to the modern age and see what would happen then. And we're going to leave our Akkadian people there, because like I said, at this point the game is relatively academic. Not much else for us to do except just wait for someone else to win. But from where we started, I'm very proud of how we managed to fight through, expand the territory, and really pressed in on all sides by very offensive and aggressive enemies constantly at war. We managed to carve out this massive empire spanning from Sweden to the borders of Norway, basically, all the way east through the steppe, practically to Siberia, actually, in the eastern Russia. So I'm very proud of how our people managed to fight, and just glad we could share this journey together. I'm pretty jazzed at how this started. We expected a pretty rough start in the Middle East, and by golly, we got one. And we learned quite a lot from this, I think. And now it's off to another journey. And like I said, no sense wasting a perfectly good setup. Obviously, Peru won't be invited back. We'll switch them out for somebody else. But now I really want to try and see how I can make this start from Ogugux actually work, and see if there's some way that we can actually succeed and carve a empire out for ourselves in the frozen north, while all our enemies are around us as well. So that's going to be a fun little attempt. I'm not sure how long that one's going to go, because I might just get crushed out and be stuck and realize there's no hope. But I think for now we'll leave our Akkadian people to prosper under their own power after our guidance is no longer now needed. They have everything they need to go and flourish on this earth as the biggest, single largest landmass empire on the planet. I'm pretty happy to leave them that way. with a strong military and a bright future. So thanks so much for tuning into this Civ journey. I've been Urs. This has been an absolute blast to bring to you, as all TSLs usually are, this epic scale. And I'll see you shortly next time with something a little interesting. So join me for that. As always, thank you so much for all your support and comments and thumbs up. It always helps get the channel noticed and bring more people to our crazy little corner of the internet, where our niche, I guess, is crazy large Civ games that we draw out and really work through and build a very unique story for our people through the generations, through 464 turns of insanity. Welcome to the 60s. Welcome to Akkad in the modern era. It's going to be a fun future for them to figure out for themselves. For now, I've been Urs, and I'll see you all next time. Till then.